My name is Carlton Cartwright. I'm the Executive Director for the Veterans Memorial and Multicultural Histories Incorporated.
Yes, sir.
And today is April the 12th, thank you, 2023, and we're here at the Riviera Beach Preparatory Achievement Academy. And I've got my students with me, starting with Dr. Harrell.
How are you?
Students and staff. I have Dr. Harrell, Dr. Harville. I also have another guest from outside. What was your rank when you separated?
Chief Warrant Officer 5.
Okay, and that was Army, wasn't it?
Army.
Yes, Edna Frazier, and my other students are Jacoby, Calviana, John, Tanika, Amari. Savannah is on deck with the questions. And we also have Dr. Harville's class here. That's Imani, Adriana, Sylvester, Anthony, and Cameron.
All right.
Fire one.
Do you know anyone or are you living any traumatic events, domestic violence, drive-by shootings, etc.?
Well, my name is Mark Simmonds. I am a principal here at Riviera Beach Preparatory and Achievement Academy. There's a number of students that have passed. I've been here for the last 11, maybe 12 years. And there have been a number of students that have come through events such that you mentioned, shootings and things of that nature. So to answer your question, yes, I have known people with that disorder.
What is it like to be a black person in a world where people judge you?
No, it's rough, especially being a black man, right? Just remember when I was your age, I used to be a little rebellious. I had dreads. I was slim. I looked like the typical young man walking around prep campus. We always have to be on our best behavior. I mean, just driving down the street was a problem for me when I was younger, you know, being pulled over and just being harassed for no reason. So I always had to be just, you know, be able to function in a different world, you know, in this America that we live. So it's very rough to be a young person growing up African American in this world.
How do you feel about police officers shooting blacks when they don't have any weapons?
That's terrible. I don't know what else to say about that. I understand that law enforcement has a very stressful job that I do, and sometimes we, as a people, maybe appear to pose a threat more than others because that's what society has made us believe, right? So they are already nervous when they encounter us, and so I hate the fact that it's like that, and we have such a long way to go with that. But I do like the fact that police officers that are doing that now are being held accountable for their actions.
And how do you feel about the future of Florida state education?
There's a lot of things that can be fixed in the Florida education. I think leadership, not just from a district level or a county level or even the state level, has to take advice from educators that are actually here on the ground level doing the job, and I think that will make education a little bit more successful.
How do you feel about the effects of the economy?
It's a little tricky, y'all, because I see it from a lot of different levels. One thing I feel that our community needs to hold sake or value a little bit more is education. Education is a game changer. It was a game changer for me. Like I said, I was born in Jamaica, right? So when we came, we had really nothing. My mom, we moved in with my aunt, and my dad, he worked. My mom got 2-3 jobs, and they sent us to school. So that's what I knew. I knew to work and go to school. So once I graduated high school, I then, it was always instilled that school is the next step, right? So college is the next step. So I went to Bethune-Cookman College. which is one of the best universities in the state of Florida, in my opinion, because it taught me how to live life and navigate through life, right? Taught me how to speak to those officers, because that's when a lot of that stuff used to happen there. And got my first job as a teacher, right? Where the teaching wasn't paying a lot for me, so I got another degree. I got my master's degree in leadership. That one degree gave me like a $30,000 raise, right? And so education, I feel, is the key. The more you have, the more it can work for you. But then you guys are young too. Y'all are entrepreneurs now. You're going out, you're making your own business, you're doing things like that. And that's great too. But when I grew up, way I grew up, education was always the deciding factor whether or not we were going to be a little struggling or we're going to be okay.
How do you feel about the officers who target individuals for suspicion based on race or national origin?
They should be fired. They shouldn't be police officers. You cannot do that. I cannot do that as a principal, right? I have a responsibility to all my kids. And my kids come African American, they come white, they come Hispanic, whatever the case may be. I, being a black man, I can't racially profile my Hispanic student and not treat him well. You know, that can't fly in the education field. So why should it fly as an officer? And I know there's good officers and I know there's bad officers, but we as a people, is like, especially my age group, I'm 50, right? We have a kind of, we are nervous about the police, and just because of the way we're treated. And the elders, they're even more nervous because they grew up in a time where it was worse. You guys are not so bad. It's kind of changing, evolving a little bit. So to answer your question, they shouldn't have jobs.
What is your opinion on the SEAL team?
I don't know. Let me just, a certain thing, I just want to say this. We are all individuals in a world that is made up of different races, different origins and things of that nature. I try not to see, because I'm a human, right? I'm a human person. I'm a human being. So that question, you kind of want to stay with me, because I kind of like what I do. So, but I just think that if we learn how to get along in this world, we'll be all right. That's it. It's such a nice people. All right.
Okay.